Yes, it's He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, let's talk about it, man. It still does not change or negate the fact that Devin Haney got exposed against Ryan Garcia. Let me say that again. It still does not change or negate the fact that Devin Haney got exposed by Ryan Garcia. Let's just be honest, man. Now what we're getting, and you're seeing this from a lot of boxing fans, we're getting a situation where Devin Haney's not going to fight any of these top guys. So really, was it in the best interest to reward Devin Haney a no contest, to reward him a 0, and to put him in a position where he's a champion? Devin Haney is going to duck. He's going to forever DuckTales, man. We're not going to see a Shakur Stevenson fight. We're not going to see a Gervonta Tank Davis fight from the likes of a Devin Haney. So was it even worth it for Devin Haney to get the situation in his favor? See, this right here speaks why boxing is such a corrupt sport. And it basically alludes and it explains to you guys why the likes of a Victor Conte is wrong for the sport of boxing. Devin Haney should be the one to be looked at. A guy in his last 6 fights, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. You know, the famous LeBron James, not 6, not 7, not 8. I wouldn't have told you if that was the case. Well, in this instance, in his last 6 fights, Devin Haney has ballooned up the very next day, 25 pounds over. Something Mauricio Solomon has unctioned and whispered to the likes of Bill Haney. It's repulsive. It's nonsensical. And if you want me to be honest with you, it is hysterical, but it's also sad and pathetic, the state of the sport of boxing. Boxing has gotten to a place to where now anything goes. The Devin Haneys of the world that didn't make an adjustment round after round was getting hit with shots, regardless of what the parameters are, regardless of what is put in front of you, regardless of what the situation is. What we cannot unsee is the fact that this man got exposed. What we cannot unsee is the fact that this man was taking shots after shots. And what we can't unsee is the fact that Devin Haney doesn't belong in the annals of fighting against the elites of the elites. And when I talk about the elite of the elites, I'm talking about the upper echelon in the divisions of the 135s of the world, the 140s of the world. And boy, he better never go to no damn 147. Let me say it again. The 135s of the world, the 140s of the world, and the 147s of the world. And he better never go to the 147 because he clearly is pillow-fisted. This kid clearly lacks punching ability. This kid clearly lacks the ability for him to move his head. His clinching is horrible. He has no punching resistance. All of these things are still true about Devin Haney. So all of these Devin Haney zealots, all of these Devin Haney supporters, all of these people that appreciate what a Devin Haney of the world is doing, this guy still got exposed from a boxing standpoint. And if you want me to be honest with you, Devin Haney is a fighter that when it comes to the sport of boxing, Devin Haney is a guy that, if I'm going to be honest with you, no one's going to watch to see fight. Now, what we have done is, well, not me, what the powers that be have done, and I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, but not letting things stick the way they were because with Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney and that sticking, it was a changing of the guards. It was a changing of getting rid of a guy who we knew did not deserve to have a belt, who we knew was a email champion, who we knew was a guy that got exposed at the highest levels. When we look at the Devin Haneys of the world, we don't see no Floyd Mayweather. We don't even see a Dollar General variation of Floyd. What we see is a kid who really can't fucking box. A kid that got exposed. that took left hooks after left hooks after left hooks. My eyes can't unsee the beating that he got. My eyes cannot unsee the fact that he was dropped plenty of times. Does my world change? Does my life change because of the fact that things were overturned? No, I still move on, man. I still live my life. And I want y'all to still move on and still live y'all lives. Because when it's all said and done, this is pathetic. It's sad. Because nobody wants to see a Devin Haney fight. We know what it's going to be. He's going to duck Sandor Martin, because that's going to be another fight that's going to test him. And we already know what the fate of that is going to be. We know Devin Haney's going to duck any guys that's going to put him in a precarious situation. So was it really worth it for the powers that be to do this? But really, what it speaks to is how powerful a guy as corrupt, a guy as dirty, a guy as diabolical, and a guy as what we would say shady and puppeteering with strings as Victor Conte is. Because to go through Balco, to go through biogenesis, to go and do jail time for these stints, and for no one to raise their hands, to be such fans of Devin Haney that you want to put a blind eye to the fact that Victor Conte is so bad for the sport of boxing. He's so bad for anything that has to deal with sports, period. You should be running the other way if you see Victor Conte. Let me say it again. You should be running the other way if you see Victor Conte. But no one talks about that. Isn't that the biggest elephant in the room? Isn't that a things that make you say, Isn't that a things that make you say, But see, we're in a generation, and this is why I say Generation Z and Generation A zealots. They're the worst kind of variation of human beings. And the reason why I say that is because Generation Z and Generation A, they walk around prostrating, accepting anything as a W. Even when a guy is exposed, it's a W. Even when a guy has been put in his place, it's a W. Even when a guy has been getting picked apart round after round, it's a W. I believe Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia doesn't have any other fights where Ryan Garcia has vehemently cheated. There's no other record of Ryan Garcia cheating in any of his other fights. Now, if this was a conundrum situation to where it was happening regularly, then we could sit there and say, okay, something's wrong here. But this is not a regular occurrence. I do believe there's substance contamination. And what it shows is that when the powers that be want to do something for the sport of boxing, to put it in the favor of somebody who's not even deserving, they will do everything possible to make that happen. Because what we cannot unhear, what we cannot unforget is what Mauricio Salomon said to Bill Haney when he said, your guy is coming in 25 pounds over, which is over the CSAC NYSC. Let me say it again. The CSAC and NYSC, California State of Association and Commission, New York State of Association and Commission, both in relation to boxing. So Devin Haney should have technically all losses, including this fight, because he illegally was overweight. So if we want to sit here and talk about Ryan Garcia, why aren't we keeping the same energy and talking about Devin Haney? You see, a cheater cannot call out another cheater. A cheater doesn't have the right to say someone else cheated and pointed the finger at a cheater when that person has been repetitively and repeating cheating. Let me say it again. He cannot repetitively and repeating through the cheating come out and say that this other person is a cheater when we know that well that that person did not have a recurrence or a pattern of cheating. See, this is bad. It's sad. It's pathetic. And now you're going to have a bunch of clown YouTube channels that are Devin Haney supporters that are going to run with this. And you know what they're going to say? Man, the right decision was made. No, it's not that they give a fuck about Devin Haney, because they're getting ready to write off the ship. Let me tell you something about the LDBC, man. They cannot be trusted, because once their fighter is exposed, they go off the ship. You see how they're treating Deontay Wilder. They're putting him in parody. They're putting him in comical laughter. So you didn't think they were going to do the same thing to Devin Haney if the ruling stuck? Now the ruling didn't stick. They're going to say, oh, well, we could support Devin Haney now. We got your back, Devin Haney. Everything is all good. When in actuality, everything isn't all good. Because now Devin Haney will not fight the fights that are needed to be fought, so that he could showcase to the world that he will continuously get exposed. So are we going to be happy about that? Do we accept that? No. I want to know, are the Devin Haney fanboys okay with the fact that Devin Haney now is going to duck the rest of his boxing career? He's not going to fight any of these guys, because he knows the second he steps in the ring with any one of these guys, he's getting knocked the fuck out. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comment section. I really don't have anything else to say, because what else is there to say? This shit is daunting. This shit is fucked up. And it is what it is. It's utter bullshit and fuck shit. I mean, what else do you want me to say on this? I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And I can't believe that this actually happened. Because when you do shit like this, the message that you're sending is, it's okay for a guy that's mediocre, a guy that's subpar, a guy that's not good like that, to get exposed, but to still be rewarded for his exposure. Thank you, Generation Z. Thank you, Generation A. Thank you for being the dumbest fucking generations on the planet. Like I've been saying that you guys are, because in all essence, your stupidity is the reason why we're in the position that we're in the first place. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.